I
never
love that it's kind of a one-stop shop for everything. I'm able to charge retail, I'm able to sign people in, I'm able to charge a membership, create many different membership packages, whether it's recurring or a one-time payment. So a lot of the business side features is something that we really benefit from.
Yeah, Beyond the Whiteboard's great. If you scan the QR code, you'll get brought to a booking page, and you can book a call. And then after the call, you'll think, how did I not do this sooner? Why did I not improve my affiliate to the level that it could have been years ago? Why did I wait? Oh, I waited this long so that Peter could seem useful to the company that sponsors the show. That's why you waited. So scan it now. All right, we've got John Young. We've got Kiefer. Oh, we've got Colton. The last time Colton and Kiefer were on the show together, Kiefer insulted Colton and ended up quitting his job, leaving his house, moving city, and joining Proven, all through fear of having offended Colton. So God knows what's going to happen today. Could get wild. He could quit Proven and join HWPO. No, that wouldn't happen. All right. Has everybody signed up for the Open? John, are you signed up for the Open?
I am.
Colton, are you signed up for the Open?
Signed up day one.
Day one. What a guy. Kiefer, are you signed up?
I am.
You're not.
I am.
Oh,
See me on the leaderboard.
That did not sound confident. It was like, yep.
If he pulls up the leaderboard, types in your name, you're not there.
He's frantically clicking on another screen, like, oh yeah, now I am. Yeah, I am there.
Just
if you're not signed up for the Open, you should sign up for the Open. And we'll talk a bit more about that later on. But I just think it's just such a wonderful initiative that they're running. All right, John. Sorry, anybody who hasn't seen this show before, I think I'm actually probably supposed to do that every time that we do the show, explain the concept of the show. But I mean, I feel like it's fairly self-explanatory. It's a debate. I'm using that very loosely. You get points based on a system that is real, and the winner is supposed to get 20 seconds at the end to talk about whatever they want, but they rarely do. We have 3 topics. We have 3 contestants. You have 60 seconds per topic to speak. After your 60 seconds is up, we come back down the way and we've got 20 seconds for rebuttals. That's usually where Colton shines the most. So prepare yourself for that. All right, we've got 3 topics. John, you're closest to me and you're last week's winner. So you're going to go first. Would you like 1, 2, or 3?
Let's try with 1.
The World Fitness Project released their movement list in an unusual move. They did so through the Barbell Spin. If you go to the Barbell Spin's website, you'll be able to see where Brian obtained the athlete handbook, got the movement list, the point system, basically gave us more information about the World Fitness Project than we've had for the last, 5 months. It's a really good article and it really breaks down everything, makes it really easy to understand. Even I got it. All right, John. You're up first. They've released a movement list as part of their handbook, which we haven't had before in a major component of the sport, although like technically it's a separate sport, but you know what I mean. Is it a good thing or a bad thing that we have this movement list? John, you're up first. You got 60 seconds. Your time starts now. Go.
I'm pretty indifferent. I don't really care if they release a movement list. As far as a good thing or a bad thing, every movement was listed except for the stupid movements. So like they literally can do anything and everything they want to do within a gym, or swimming and running. Like they have that too. I think it's good to know that you're in a swimming pool if you're swimming. So little details are good to know. Overall, I think it's a good thing. But there's so many movements out of the list that have not narrowed it down very much at all that I feel like it doesn't mean much to the athletes. So overall, a good thing. I do think it's it's good for the audience. It's good for people who are interested in watching the World Fitness Project. But for the athletes, I think it's they're going to do it anyway. Like it's pretty much everything that you're going to do in a gym. So yeah.
Okay. All right, Kiefer, you got 60 seconds. Time starts now. Off you go.
Yes, I think it's a good thing. I think that if you want a new league to succeed alongside the CrossFit Games, it's important to have a unique value proposition. I think pro cards are a different a difference between the two that's unique. And I think releasing a movement list is another difference that it can be a positive. I think that the notion initially is that it's like restrictive and gets rid of unknown and unknowable. I don't think that's the case. I think for a lot of people, it's actually additive, because for everything that was excluded from it, like crossover double unders, bar pullovers, things that we thought were going to come up in the CrossFit season, there are things added on there that a lot of people aren't training necessarily, like horizontal peg boards, axle bar work and stuff. So I think it still opens up the realm of possibilities for people in training. Not to mention, additionally, especially with the way things went this year, they specifically outlined that bounding and stepping box jump overs are included. So if you're somebody that's worried about being prepared for those sorts of things, they're telling you up front what to be prepared for to reduce your risk of injury.
Good stuff. Colton, would you just have a word with your fiance there and tell her to stop cooking like a fucking rhinoceros in the background and just take it easy?
She's leaving. She heard you.
All right, Colton, you got 60 seconds. Time starts now. Off you go.
I think it's fine that the WFP is doing this. I wouldn't like to see it from CrossFit, because I think something unique about the CrossFit Games and something that showcases the talent of the athletes really well is their ability to adapt to completely new movements on the fly. But with the WFP, I don't think they're, with what they're trying to do and make things kind of more professional, streamlined, and easier for the athletes, it makes sense for them to do that. Sorry, Gus is texting and it's showing up on my computer. Distracting me. Gus, shut up. So I think that's fine. And I did think it was good that they put in there rebounding and the step down for box jumps, because if the precedent is kind of set that we're not going to rebound, and then athletes are not training and building up a tolerance to that, and then all of a sudden it's in there, that is definitely a recipe for disaster. Personally, I think maybe it would be good to not have rebounding, but if you are, it's a good idea to make it known.
All right. John, we're back down to you. You got 20 seconds. Time starts now. Off you go.
Yeah, I think the rebounding point is a great point. That's something you absolutely should do in your training if they're going to have it, because it does prime you up for not injuring yourself. So I think that's a great point. Other than that, kind of a bottom of the barrel question.
Thanks, John. All right,
bottom of the barrel answer.
20 seconds. Off you go.
I think to take it a step further, having an actual equipment list is an opportunity to really influence the sport, because if you were to then include something that is new and unexpected, even if you weren't going to program it, you could shift gears on what people are practicing and continue to push the bounds of what people are prepared for in the future. And I think that that's a good thing. So I think it's an opportunity to throw a curveball in addition to prepare.
Colton?
I do wonder how strictly they're going to make themselves adhere to this list, because it kind of, like if you have something written in there like a sled push or a sled pull, what kind of sled is that? You know, you rule out some kind of more unique pieces of equipment, but you know, it's still basically the same movement. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
Good stuff. Colton. Oh, move Colton to a different square.
Maximize your screen, Savon.
The live chat is covering him. Yeah, like make sure.
Do you think Savon has that kind of technical capability?
Not an us problem, it's a you problem. Worth remembering also, Kill Taylor is $3,000 on Saturday. What are you going to spend your $3,000 on, Colton?
Oh, this is vet bills.
What's wrong?
Troy Peterson says Colton's best dress. Is that a Valor Fit hoodie?
It is.
Nice, Colton. Nice. Colton, you're doing the Challenger side of it, right? Or is that what it's called? Yes. Challenger.
Indeed. Yeah. Yep. Doing the
did
online
you get one of these
qualifier.
Did you get athlete handbook? Did you get the movement list, or did you see it on barbell spin?
No, I saw it on barbell spin.
Mm-hmm. I wonder should they have just like released it and not just sent it to the pros. Although I guess maybe that's the advantage you get as a pro. You get paid and you get early info.
I don't think that should be a thing.
What?
Yeah, they're completely objective and data based, Peter.
You shouldn't get info that other people don't get.
Well, potentially, assuming that equipment list is exhaustive of things that could be in a live competition, maybe there's still time before the qualifier that they'll send out a list of movements that'll actually be done in the qualifying stage too. because it's not like they're going to use axle bars and pegboards and things like that in the qualifier.
Are they paying you
It's an
too?
assumption.
That seems,
Yeah.
what probability would you put on that?
Yeah.
More than 10%?
Probably not a super high one, but for the sake of conversation, it's possible.
You gonna put your World Fitness Project hat on for the next question, Kiefer?
My announcement's coming out soon.
You
Hey,
sure about
Spin
that?
is also doing the Challenger, so better watch out, Colton.
Fuck, dude.
That's
I
two.
gotta spin.
That's two. All right. Did I show the scores? I didn't. John's on 1.5. Colton and Kiefer on 2. John just like
That's more than I was
dismissed the
expecting.
question and then treated it the way that you'd expect someone who dismissed the question to treat the question beyond that. I
think it's interesting that Colton got the same points as me for just agreeing with what I said, but we can reserve those for later.
How many different takes can you have on a topic like this when you go third? That is also to be considered.
Fair. I didn't even have a take, and I went first.
How's that, Kiefer?
Perfect. John didn't even pick a side. He should be a 0.
Listen, I've been there before. It's fine.
Been where?
At 0
On
on
0.
the first question. it's
He had an aneurysm on one of the first questions and just as a spaz attack the whole thing. All right, Kiefer, you're up first on this one. Do you want 2 or 3?
I don't care.
Wow. Okay, this is off to a bad start. Should open announcement focus on camps? So next, in 2 weeks, yeah, right? 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, Mayhem are hosting the first announcement, and we've got Chase is going to be there, who's giving himself -1 for being employed by CrossFit. I guess I don't know. Chase is going to be there. Who else is going to be there? Roman, Haley, and Austin Hatfield are taking on the workout, and then it said plus special guest.
Is Rory the special guest?
No, because it said he's announcing. It said he's hosting. It said with your host, and it said plus special guest. Which
Is it Rich?
I don't know. Oof, that'd be a wild guess.
That's a stretch.
Yeah.
Be a great way to kick off the season.
Oh snap!
Oh, that's not good. I don't think this show can survive with us.
You just spoiled it, Kiefer, and he had to leave himself. And then we can't get called.
That was like John on his first question a couple of weeks ago. It just the whole screen just started going weird. Sorry guys. All right. Let's bring up my clock again. Right, there we go. Is the question still up? It is. Right, Kiefer. So my question to you is, should the open announcements just focus on camps from here on out? You got 60 seconds. Your time starts now. Off you go.
No, I don't think it should center around camps, but I do think that it should center around people and places with the biggest opportunity to impact the community, which does include some camps. In this case, Mayhem does both. It's obviously a longstanding affiliate. It's also the place owned by one of the most famous people in our sport. And so it's an awesome opportunity to reach a ton of people in a way that is a little bit nostalgic for the community as well. But I think going a step further from that, going to a place like Krypton with Ben Smith, who is also one of our longtime famous people from the sport, former games champion, also an affiliate that we know upholds kind of the grassroots side of CrossFit. They've programmed for main site before. And then places like Fort Vancouver with Adam, all as examples of not necessarily training camps, but places that have an opportunity to have a massive impact on the community.
I assume that was great.
Thanks.
You didn't hear any of it?
I heard the beginning and the end. And I don't know.
Oh, that's
gonna hurt.
That's
gonna hurt.
Oh man!
Just let the comment section pick my points at the end.
Oh man!
Colton, you know what's cool? If you weren't happy with your answer before this, you can just reverberate everything you just said. All right, Colton, you got 60 seconds. Your time starts now. Off you go.
You say exactly the same thing.
I don't think it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to center around camps, but I think what would be really cool is if they did Proven versus HWPO for one of the weeks and get a male and female athlete from HWPO and a male and female from Proven, or XYXX athlete and XYX athlete from their camp, have them compete against each other for a camp versus camp throwdown. I think that would be really cool thing to do, and because there are rivalries within, individual athlete to athlete within the sport, which is fun to showcase. But I think camp versus camp would be really cool as well.
Did you just talk about chromosomes, or were you saying like athlete A and athlete B?
Yeah, people don't like it. You say male or female, so if it's just like an XX or an
Is there
XY.
room for anyone? Is there room
division.
for anyone an extra chromosome or not?
Hey, did you not hear Trump
Yeah, different
declared
divisions.
there are only 2 genders? It's in law now.
Fair. Okay. Well, if there's room for an extra chromosome, right, John. You got 6 seconds. Your time starts now. Off you go.
Okay. Short answer, no. The open announcement should not just focus on camps. I get Mayhem for every reason that Kiefer said. Mayhem's not just a camp. It's one of the biggest affiliates we have. It's done a lot for the community. I would 100% get Mayhem. I think that open announcement is going to be great. I think it should be like what they did with CrossFit Hendersonville, and they had Annie and her team at CrossFit Hendersonville and had 4 of those people at their affiliate do the workout next to Annie and her team, and Tola also do the workout. But you could do what Colton said, and you could have a camp versus camp, one guy proven hard work pays off, and then you could have 2 people that are at the affiliate you're having it at. And almost a meeting of 2 worlds. It'd be like these pros coming to an affiliate to do this open workout, and everybody's kind of together. It's what the open is. It's community.
Okay.
That clock seems like it's just ticking really, really slow today.
All right, Kiefer. This one's going to tick. I was going to say it's going to tick faster. It's not, but it's not going to tick for as long. You got 20 seconds. Time starts now. Off you go.
I'll use this opportunity to talk about the middle section that you missed. I suggested that somewhere like CrossFit Krypton would be an awesome opportunity to kind of find a middle ground where you're going to a place that you know is a longstanding affiliate that does CrossFit the right way. They've done programming for Mainsite before, and you get a famous person from the sport in Ben Smith so that we can read.
Oh. And what the fuck is that guy's name that always calls into Kill Taylor? The Bird, and then what's the other guy? He goes to Krypton.
I think he's only famous to you guys, not to the sport.
Nah, he's famous. He's famous. He's famous.
I lose it every time
right.
Taylor makes the bird sound.
My favorite was last Saturday when he made it, but it cut off his mic, so he was just going over and over again with nothing happening. All right, Colton, you got 20 seconds. Off you go.
I think camps are fun, but also just get it to an affiliate that's hyped to do the open and is really excited. Make it a big party. Those are the most memorable open announcements to me and get me most excited to do the open. So I think if you can do it at an affiliate that's a camp that fits that criteria, cool. But yeah, I think just have it at a hyped affiliate.
Okay. So 60 seconds telling me to do it, affiliate versus affiliate, and then the 20 seconds to say don't do it, or camp versus camp, and then the 20 seconds telling me. Right, John.
Options.
Last 20 seconds. Shh. Go. John.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I just agree with what I said earlier. I think you have it at I think you have it at affiliates, but you bring the professionals to an affiliate who might not ever see somebody that fit ever again in person. And yeah, what Colton said, affiliates that are hype.
Were they actually at Hendersonville, or were they international? And
I thought they were in Reykjavik, and it was.
I know it was CrossFit Hendersonville versus Annie's team. But what I'm saying is, I want that in Hendersonville
pre-recorded again.
No, I want it in Hendersonville with that affiliate. Everybody hyped for their people, but then you have guys like Colton, and then whoever hard work pays off has left. Go against each other.
I was going to ask that, Colton. Who would you go head-to-head against from HWPO?
Is
Chris Ibarra.
Is Chris still there?
I don't think.
I haven't seen him post for them in a while.
Oh, yeah.
Colton, is he?
Chris is real close with Olivia. That's all I know.
I don't know if
Kiefer, is he still?
Huh? I haven't seen him post about HWPO in a while. I was just curious.
Special guest.
I don't know if he ever did, really. He was like HWPO adjacent, and then we went to the games and they brought him in.
I don't know. Work pays off.
I don't know.
Modicum of work pays off. All right, Hendersonville. This is your 25.1 host, Chase Ingram speaking. Hendersonville had a chili cookout the night before the announcement for all their members and CrossFit staff, and everyone got diarrhea. Wow, that's pretty crazy. Yeah, Sam is the guy I was thinking of. And very bad. Okay. Camps are gay. Sorry, you're not in a camp if you work out at home. Okay. He was Hepner WP. Oh fucking hell! He was. You can read it. Jesus, that was like John on question 1 last week. Okay, I need to do up some scores. Is there going to be one approving?
Not that I'm aware of.
Everyone's very. Oh, what a fucking shit answer. Not that I'm aware of. Currently, to the best of my knowledge. Colton, would you do
not my talking points for today?
Would you do an open announcement if you were asked, Colton? You did one last year, didn't you?
I did, yes, with Justin.
Yeah. Would you do another one? Would you like to be asked back? Do you feel like you have a yearning for redemption?
Yeah, I'd love to do one.
That'd be cool. John, would you do one?
Neutral site.
Would I do one?
Yeah.
As like the undercard?
No, I was like out in front. If it's just like, well, like
I mean, if you want to see like a regular guy next to like the fittest in the world, yeah, I'd be super down.
It'd be like
They've
watching.
done that before. They've had scaled and foundations going in the.
Yeah, I can be that guy. Sure, I'll be that guy.
It'd be like it was you and Colton with a burpee workout. It'd be like watching Usain Bolt and a pedestrian.
Mm-hmm.
Be interesting, like see the comparison of superhuman versus human.
No, okay, yeah, we'll move on.
No, sorry, go on. You can defend yourself if you like.
Are you doing it against Tyler?
Dude, I would love to do an open series, me versus Tyler, especially.
There you go.
I think for a couple of years, like even the cardio workouts, I would still win. But now I think he's fitter than I am aerobically. So like, I think it would be a real mix of body types. I would love to go against Tyler and just stream it live immediately after the open announcement on Spin's page.
Yeah,
Spincast. Be the new Roe versus Boz, and we could do it every single year.
Big nips versus loose lips.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's good.
Yeah, we can call it whatever we want to call it, but I think I'm super down. I think it'd be really, really fun.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, make it happen, Spin. I
would do it versus Colton if it's a 2-parter and we knew that.
Oh, imagine if Colton was a special guest that they're talking about going to Mayhem. That'd be cool. Oh, fuck's sake. You could have let us at least dream for 30 seconds.
We could do 15.1 15.1A Colton, and then like just me look terrible, and then do a clean and jerk at the end of it.
Oh, John, hang on. I'm after shortchanging you from your scores there. You should be on 3.5. Not that it matters really.
So you're saying we all got 2 points on the second one?
Yeah, like your answers were fine. Like I was expecting someone to be like, fuck camps and, go after it, like John. But nobody really did. It was just kind of like John was like, yeah, keep it as it is. It's fine, which like it kind of is. And then you two make valid points of, I would love to see camp versus camp, but the camps would never, some of the camps would never agree to that because they'd be like, well, what if we lose? People would judge us. Even more people will unsubscribe. Whereas if they just do it themselves, then nobody will have anything compared to, and they'll just say, wow, the HWPO facility looks fantastic. I'll kind of tip my hand on my last hypothetical. Okay, we've got one round to go. Colton, you're going first on this one. I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but the CrossFit Open starts in like 2 weeks, and it's going to be at Mayhem, and it's going to be ridiculous. Chase is commentating. Austin, Roman, and Haley are there. You can do it as well. Not the open announcement, but you could. Well, you could do it alongside them. You could put it on a big screen and just pretend. That's what Savannah's going to do, I think. So if you want to participate, you need to go to games.crossfit.com and sign up. If you sign up now, put it in the comments in the live chat that you've signed up now, and I will send you.
Oh, snap.
Beyond
the whiteboard gift card.
Ah, fuck it. I'll send you something. I don't know. I'll figure out something. A pair of ESC Sounds headphones, or Beyond the Whiteboard gift card, or depending on where you are geographically, I'll send you something from Perform, or I'll figure something out. If you put it in, I'll pick someone at the end of the show. There might be only one of you that signs up now. So it's $20 to be guaranteed a prize if only one of you signs up. An empty Jameson bottle. It's not empty yet, and you can't send liquids in the mail, so I can't do that.
Do you have any canceled shirts yet left?
Travis, do we have any Patagonia shirt? Not Patagonia shirts?
Because you can't sell them anymore. Yeah.
Do we have any vaguely similar to Patagonia shirts left that we could give away? Let's do that. Okay. Oh, here you go. ESC Sounds headphones.
Oh, wow. That's a great price.
Such a good guy. If you sign up for the open now before the end of the show, you've got about 10 minutes. If you've already signed up, fuck it. If you've already signed up, comment that you've already signed up, and I'm going to check the leaderboard to make sure you're there. And we'll pick someone at the end. So just say, I'm in for the open in the live chat, or else if you sign up now, say, I literally am just in now for the open. You don't have to type all that, but you know what I mean. And we'll pick ESC Sounds and myself. We'll go through the live chat afterwards, and we'll make sure that the person that we pick is in the leaderboard, and they'll get a pair of headphones. Look at this. Look, they all want them. It's great.
And I will throw in a JY Barbell shirt as well, just in case. I'll wrap it in that. Yeah.
She doesn't get the shirt.
Well, if that's on the table, I should go comment.
Believe it or not, I still have all sizes available. So we're looking good.
Hold up. So, Savan, that's not the QR code that you're thinking of. That QR code is for Beyond the Whiteboard. This QR code, if you scan, someone check if that's working. Here, I'll do it this way.
Okay, it's up there.
If you scan that QR code now and sign up for the open, or if you're already signed up for the open, myself, and by myself, I mean Harry from ESC Sounds, will send you a pair of headphones. Look, it works. You can get a t-shirt too. And you can do the judges course. There's like 200 of you watching now. So you can go and do it now. I'll just give you we'll wait like long enough for you to enter your card details if you're signing up now. While we're waiting for that, do you think it would be unrealistic for the open announcements to be outside of America? Do you think they'll all be inside America, inside like North America? John, what do you think? I saw Torian put in a request to host
I'm gonna say no, but I have no clue or insight, but I'll say no.
Kiefer, what do you think? Will they be all inside America, or will they venture further afield?
I bet they're all in the US this year.
Colton?
I don't fucking know, Peter. Probably more than likely than not, they'll all be here.
Hey. You referred to me as your friend before you came on the show. Just remember that when you speak to me. Because I saw Torian put in a request, even though Roy Stone was one of the people who asked for Dave Castro to be fired. Interesting move. But I saw them put in a request.
It might not be safe to go to some countries.
Yeah.
Like Slovenia.
Or I don't know, the Arctic. That'd be a pretty rough expedition. Anyway, there's the QR code. I'm going to take that off the screen now. Hopefully you've signed up. If you haven't, now is your chance, and you can win a pair of headphones. Thank you to ESC Sounds. Seriously good guy. Didn't even know he was watching. That was pretty cool. Okay, what the fuck are we doing? Open signups. Oh yeah. Should the CrossFit Games athletes promote the open? Is my question. So there's been kind of adverts going around, videos going around. Some athletes are actively promoting it, others are not. Some athletes are saying don't do it, like whatever. But I'm asking about the actual athletes that are considering they're doing the CrossFit Games season. Should they be spending their time helping to promote the CrossFit Games season. Who's first on this? Colton, you're first. You've got 60 seconds. Your time starts now. Off you go.
Yeah, I think if you're going to participate in the CrossFit Games season, you should definitely be promoting the open. If this sport fails, it'll be because the athletes suck and think that we are more valuable than we are. And we do have some value, but we have to understand that if we want more money and we want the sport to grow, a lot of that is going to be on us in promoting the events that we do, promoting ourselves, giving people a reason to watch. CrossFit is entertaining to the hardcore fans, but intrinsically watching people race fitness isn't something that people are going to spend their time to do if they don't have a reason or somebody to cheer for or against or a team to root for. So I think definitely you should be promoting the open if you're participating in the game season. Also, I think there's a lot of athletes that are maybe a little bit hesitant to do so because they want to do the open, they want to do the game season, but they don't want to alienate part of their fan base that maybe is not wanting to support CrossFit at the moment. But I think you need to not be a coward and go ahead and do it.
Does anybody know what prudential means? God, we're all such fucking morons. Okay, somebody Google that and come back to me.
Like urgent? No? Be prudent about it?
I just signed up for the open. Surely you were signed up already. Where's Matt? Matt said, signing up now. Come on, Matt. Okay. John, are you Googling it, Colton? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. John, you got 60 seconds. Time starts now. Off you go.
Okay. Obviously, yes, they should promote the open, but I think it's important how you promote the open, even if you're against it, but you're going to do it, right? But you don't like HQ. Have fun with it. Like I remember when Fikowski used to do, him and 4 other guys would do the punishment for last place in their little group. I think Jason Carroll was a part of it. Lucas Esslinger, I think Pat Bellner was on there. And they would put on Instagram their punishment for getting last place. I think to get fans interested in it, or people to like your social profile or whatever, all that stuff grows it. You know, as fans, the more personable the athletes are, the more that people like you. That's why people like Colton, because he works on a freaking farm. Okay. That's what they should do. They should promote it and have fun.
All right. Kiefer, 60 seconds. Time starts now. Off you go.
Yes, I think if we want to talk about professionalizing the sport, whatever that happens to be, then the athletes competing in it need to be some of the biggest advocates. And I think that nobody should want to grow the sport more than the athletes that are trying to make careers out of it. I think obviously it's no secret that they've talked about how open signups are directly impacting prize purses. But more than that, the athletes that compete at the highest level of the sport are likely the ones with the biggest followings that have the most opportunity to bring new people into affiliates. And some of those people may also be business owners that could bring new money into the sport. And so I don't think that there's if you're choosing to sign up for the open, that you have some vested interest in your own career as an athlete in the sport, which means you care about making money in the sport. And so if for nothing else than for selfish reasons, you should want to be talking about it to get more people inside so that there's more money coming back towards you as an athlete and everybody else in the ecosystem.
Good stuff. Savannah, he actually did just sign up. I'm not going to... it's an okay thing to show, isn't it? It's not exactly a screenshot. Can't see. There. Look, he actually did sign up just now.
Savannah, I'll get you a size small JY Barbell shirt sent to your way. I got you.
Well, he ordered a large in the CrossFit t-shirt. He also, at one point, said, Pedro has a clock. So clearly, this is the first time fucking ever watching the show. All right. We're back down to 20 seconds, aren't we? Colton. Sorry. Right. Colton, you got 20 seconds. Time starts now. Off you go.
Yes. Yeah, I like those other answers from John and Kiefer. And athletes, I think we need to take more responsibility and not just say CrossFit needs to promote us, CrossFit needs to do this, community needs to do this, blah, blah, blah. We need to take some of the onus on ourselves and realize that if we want people to watch and we want more money, we need to provide more value.
Good stuff. Yes, we talked about this at our show. We're all signed up. John, 20 seconds. Off you go.
And I know I'm nobody that knows nothing, but I want to, for all the athletes out there, like if you want to make money, stop caring about making money and then just love what you do. Love freaking CrossFit and go freaking CrossFit and you'll make more money.
I wish you'd swear. Like, just for something like that, I wish you'd just say fuck. Like, just to see what would happen.
Someday when he does, we're going to be like, oh, damn.
I'm not going to sacrifice my integrity to win this show.
Are you saying that I have no integrity?
No, Pedro. No.
For moral
Mikey, for
decisions,
last
he
20
will not
seconds are
swear, but it's
yours.
okay.
Off you go.
He forgives us.
Yeah, I mean, as Colton said in the beginning, like whether or not it's as much as they think or not, athletes are incredibly influential. And if athletes go ahead and promote the open and promote what we're doing as a sport, it's going to drive more people to do the same. And all of that is just going to continue to improve the ecosystem for brands and athletes and everyone.
Thank you. It's interesting, like Colton, what you were talking about, the reluctance of some people. So if you're going to do the games, the logical thing to do then is to promote the games because, as we've mentioned, or I think it was Kiefer that said it, the prize money is tied to the open registration. So it makes sense to, it's kind of like if you're a Formula One driver and you schmooze one of the big brands that's like Red Bull or whatever, like you know that it's good for you and it's good for the sport that you're doing and stuff. So if you are doing the open and you're planning on doing the open semi-final or whatever qualifier events in the games, but you're not willing to tell people, hey, open registration is live now, you should sign up for the open. That's the bit that I get confused on because I don't understand why. So if you're not willing to do it because you're not doing the game season, that's one thing, right? That's one set of whatever.
I think athletes are scared.
Issues.
It's going to make some of their followers or fans mad. They want to kind of, a lot of people's strategy, it seems like when it comes to, I guess, promoting themselves is just be as the least offensive that they can. So hopefully everybody likes you. And typically to do that, you have to keep your opinions to yourself and keep your mouth shut. So they will do the open, but they're not going to make a big fuss about it or try and get other people to do it because they know that's going to bring some hate from some people in the community.
I also think we got a lot of blue collar workers acting like they're white collar workers.
What does that mean?
Like CrossFit in itself is hard work. It's hard to do. You put your head down and you work hard. And the athletes are all like, what have the affiliates done for me?
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Working hard and focusing on
like this is your sport, right? You're acting. I feel like you're not an NFL quarterback that's trying to get $60 million and they're acting like they are. Not all of them, obviously, Colton. Like you know what I'm saying with that, right?
Yeah, exactly. But like the honest truth that a lot of us don't realize or maybe want to view as reality, but you don't get paid based on how hard you work. You get paid based on what value you bring. I would be, very, very willing to wager that almost any games athlete significantly outworks 99.9% of the athletes in the NFL who are making way more money than them. We train all year round. We're significantly more disciplined. The training is much more psychologically harder. It's physically harder. But we're never going to make that kind of money in our sport. It doesn't matter how hard we work. It matters, what kind of value are you bringing in? What kind of money are you generating? So with athletes, we can't keep saying like, hey, I need more money. The CrossFit to give me or these brands to give me, but like if we're not generating that for them, how can they justify giving it to us? It's not like certain organizations like the UFC, people complain about, they're bringing in XYZ for revenue, the fighters get this. It's like CrossFit's not bringing in a massive amount of revenue and just hiding or not giving it to us. Like they don't have it to give to us. So it's going to be on us to try and grow the pie, not just try and take a bigger slice.
Hey, I asked a couple of people to make videos. I asked like a lot of people to make videos, and a lot of people did immediately. Some people were reluctant and said, "Oh, I'm not sure. Like, I'm a bit worried, or like I'm afraid, or whatever." Or I was told secondhand or third hand or whatever that they were afraid. which was interesting to me because like we're actively promoting the Open. Like I am, like Spain, Savan, Hiller, Taylor, we're like Chase and Bill, like everybody's actively promoting in our, like, say, group is actively promoting the Open. And I vividly remember being told multiple times that people, including athletes, are afraid of our group. And they're afraid of like backlash, or they're afraid of what would happen if they did the wrong thing or whatever. So it's funny now that when we're saying, hey, we want, like, can you help us promote the Open? Like, we're looking and they're like, oh, no, I'm afraid. So what the fuck are you afraid of then? Because apparently it's us that people are afraid of. But then now that you'd be, say, like on our side, you're afraid. So it's like, are you afraid of us, or are you just afraid of being judged? Or like that some of your fans might say, oh, I'm not going to click on that next link that they put up because they did something that I don't agree with. And for those athletes that are afraid of pissing off their fans, my question would be, what the fuck is going to happen when you appear on the leaderboard, or when you head off to Northern California Classic, or you head off to Mayhem or whatever to do the semi-final? Like, are you hoping that you'll just start through the season with nobody noticing that you're doing it? That like you'll finish fifth and people just be like, oh, there's fourth, and oh, I don't know who's in fifth, and there's sixth place. Like at some point it's going to become apparent that you're doing the Open. So then it comes back to Kiefer and Colton's point of, even selfishly, you should really be promoting the Open because it's money for your pocket. Now, telling people not to do the Open is a totally different kettle of fish. That's just forgetting your roots and forgetting where you came from, and forgetting that you are where you are because of the CrossFit Open, and because you discovered it once, and because someone got you to sign up for it. That's just
kind of betraying everybody else.
Yeah. Depriving people of the opportunity that you had as well. Like stopping people from doing something that you did that got you to where you are, that gave you the megaphone that you have, or that you think you have, to tell people or to lead people, and then you're choosing to lead them away from the thing that you did that gave you so much. I don't know. It's an unusual one. Anyway, I probably should have done the scores when I was saying all that stuff. Kiefer, you haven't spoken in like 4.5 minutes.
I was just thinking, listening. I think a lot of athletes are honestly like paralyzed by the amount of outside noise, and many athletes are not the best at advocating for themselves. And so when you have a lot of voices in your head from other people and other opinions coming in, the easiest way to react is to do nothing, because you're too afraid to do one thing or the other thing. And so I think the best thing that people can do is just learn to advocate for themselves and make decisions, and then stand by those things. And I think that more people, your community, whoever that happens to be, will love you for being honest about what you believe and what you want to do, more so than trying to please other people.
But the fear thing is just a lack of conviction. That's just, you don't believe in what you're doing one way or the other. Because if you did believe in it, or if you had conviction in it, you wouldn't care what the reaction was. Like if it's your right thing to do,
but if it's your friends,
if you're confident enough,
if it's friends, you would care. I get what he's saying. I'm with you for me, but I get what he's saying. Like if you're scared of what your friends are going to say or think, or like disown you because you're
then they're not your friends.
Also,
then I'm not even necessarily scared. You're just listening to opinions on either end of things, and then when you hear things that are conflicting and you don't know what you want to do at that point, the easiest thing is to do nothing. It creates the least friction.
I think one side is kind of like, this is the morally correct side. Like, I'm not doing this for moral reasons, and so it's kind of framed like, oh, I don't want people to think I'm a bad person, or I don't care about X, Y, and Z, or I don't have empathy if I go and do CrossFit Open and promote it, because the other side is kind of taken, this is the morally correct stance. And I also kind of want to point out, like, how I read it is, like, if I say, hey, I'm not going to do this because morally I believe it's an incorrect decision, and I hold myself to a certain moral standard, but I forgive you if you do it. That's kind of like saying, I know that your morals aren't really up to mine, but I will give so gracious that I will allow you to do it and not judge you for it.
As I ascend into the sky.
Yeah, that's
tough.
a good point. That one's tough.
And I will say that the people that I've asked to do it, anybody who's declined, who I said like, oh, could you send me a video and I'm just going to piece together with others. Anyone who said yes straight away, I've said brilliant, thank you so much. Anyone who said no, I've said no problem. Like I'm not like, oh, fuck you, you're on my list, but it's like, it's just I can't fathom doing the open and not promoting it or not encouraging people to sign up for the open.
If you are doing it.
Yeah, I just can't understand the logic there. I just don't get it. But yeah, like Kiefer says, it's probably just fear. All right. Send Dave an email and say, hey, please double down on water safety. Thanks for everything you've done and all the opportunities. No, yeah, they're not going to do that though. Okay, scores at the end. Colton's on 7. Kiefer's on 6.5. John's on 6.
I feel like I murdered that last question, but it's okay. I got unfair points on the other 2 questions, I feel.
Agreed.
You got unfair points.
Yes, like I shouldn't have got as many as you gave me.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I was trying to lose today. I didn't want to come back next week. I'm busy on Wednesday.
Cheers, John.
I'm just being honest. But
yeah. Someday I'll do the show and everybody gets 0 because nobody wants to come back. All right, Kiefer, thanks very much for coming on. Always a pleasure to hang out with you. Colton, thank you. Congratulations. You're the man.
You can give him his 20 seconds or what?
Do you want 20 seconds, Colton?
The people want 20 seconds of Colton.
I think I think the people certainly do.
A lot of pressure on me.
Let me just sort my shit out. Here, I have to get my timer up, so this will give you like.
No, just leave it open-ended. Just in case.
just
in case he builds speed at the end.
Yeah, but you see, the thing is with Colton, sometimes when the clock is heading towards 0 is when he starts getting animated and starts shouting and stuff. So I kind of want to get to that. That's where the money is, baby. All right, Colton. Oh, geez, I'm not giving you a 10-second countdown. That's Bryson Del Monte stuff. Okay. Right, Colton, you got 20 seconds. Go.
Peter, thanks for inviting me on the show. It was fun to get to talk to you, John and Kiefer. I always know when you text me 20 hours before the debate with nobody, that means you probably don't have anybody else. Go buy my shirts from Vindicate so I can pay for Otis's vet bills. And one thing that I really want to say before I leave.
Oh, what a bitch.
Yeah, who's making on you muting him?
Okay. All right. Thanks, guys. I actually think an open video.
All right, guys, we are a month away from the Open officially. If you haven't signed up yet, registration is now open.
Every year over the past 12 years, I have data, my performance from every single CrossFit Open, going from overweight, just guy learning how to do this stuff, all the way to, now having won the whole thing 5 times in a row.
It's open season. Just do it. We're CrossFitters. That's what we do.
All right, you guys, the Open is coming up quickly. Registration is now live, so make sure you get registered.
CrossFit Games Open registration is live now. And if you don't want to be a couch potato like me, go sign up for the Open.
We'll see you on the leaderboard. Use hashtag Team Proven if you want to join our leaderboard.
I'll see you guys on the leaderboard.
Your best days are ahead of you. You might as well give it a go. Give it a shot.
Get your butt involved.
We're CrossFitters. That's what we do.